Hello students. Today we're going to be talking about other skeletal system functions. Previously we've learned that the main functions of the skeletal system are what? Can anybody remember? If you said to protect the vital organs such as the brain and the heart, that is a primary function, so you were correct. Also, if you said to support the human body so that it can stand, you are also correct. Those are the main functions. But today we are going to learn about other functions of the skeletal system. The skeletal system is the place that stores all the calcium in your body. All the calcium is deposited in your bones and in your teeth in your body and is stored there. Another function is the skeletal system is the place that produces all the blood for your body. Blood cells are constantly dying and need to be replenished. And they are produced inside the bone. Inside the bone, there is a hollow place that stores bone marrow. And that bone marrow is responsible for producing your blood. This all happens inside our bones. If you have ever cracked a chicken leg or a turkey leg and look in the inside, you will notice that it is hollow and there is some type of liquid that's inside the bone. That is where the blood is being produced, and what you're looking at, if you're looking inside the bone, is bone marrow. The other function is that it helps the body move with the aid of the joints. So the joints work with the muscular system to provide movement. So let's quickly go over joints. Joints are things that allow us to move our hands. This right here is a sliding joint. If you wave your hand up and down or make a fist, you are using your sliding joint. Sliding joints have a back and forth movement. So they are appropriately named for the function that they do. They slide back and forth, back and forth. Another joint that helps our body move is the pivot joint. The pivot joint, a good example would be the bones in your neck. You can turn to the right and you can turn to the left. We call that pivot to the right, pivot to the left. This is a pivot joint, and this is how it operates. Another type of joint is called the hinge joint. And I drew a little picture of a hinge that you might see on a door. And your elbow is a good example of a hinge joint. If you open up your arm and then raise it up, like in the picture, you have used your hinge joint. Hinge joints typically open in just one direction, unless you're double jointed and you can hinge the other direction, which would be impossible for most people. But if you're a double jointed, you might just be able to do that. The next joint is the ball and socket joint. And here's another joint that is named appropriately because it actually looks what it sounds like. There is a ball part of the bone and there is a socket part of the bone. A good example would be where your leg attaches to your hip. In this area of your skeletal system, you have a lot of movement. You can go up with your leg, down with your leg, sideways to the right, sideways to the left, and a lot of directions all in between. So that is a ball and socket joint. So again, the muscular system works with these joints and the muscular system to help the body move. They need each other. One little hint when you're looking at this picture, you can see the ball and socket right inside the symbol, right inside the socket right here. And you can see the hinge symbol right inside the hinge joint. And for the sliding joint, I made a little letter S. So this should help you remember other functions of the skeletal system. All right, and that's the end of this lesson.